Hi, this is Sheila from the channel Inside Beauty with the Old Girl. Today's video is going to be on my top 5 drugstore foundations for mature, dry skin. But before we get started, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, give it a like if you like it, ring the bell for future notifications, and please comment and share. I'd like to hear what you're using. Maybe it would help me out. And of course, at the end of this video, I will leave you with a beauty tip. So let's get started. The first one I have is a new one to me, and thankfully one of my subscribers told me about it. Her name is Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. I love this. It is called the L'Oreal Visible Lift Serum, and it does have a sunscreen of SPF 17, but it is so nice for dry skin. I don't know why I never tried it, because I get all my products from a drugstore. But I love this, and I really appreciate Karen telling me about it. It's very creamy, it's light, it just glides on the skin so smooth. I'll put a little bit on my hand here. See if you can see that. I'm going to rub that in a little. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's very creamy, and it has some luminosity to it. It's lightweight, it doesn't feel heavy. I have just so enjoyed this. I've been using it for about 10 days now, and I love it. So that's one of them. The next one, of course, is my L'Oreal Infallible. I've had this one. I've used this since the beginning of the year. It's the Fresh Wear, and I really enjoy this one. It's a little heavier coverage than the Lumi, but not too heavy. It's all on how you put it on. And again, it's creamy. It's a little more matte, but not too matte. And I really enjoy this one. It works well with my dry skin. And it does provide just a little more coverage. The next one is the one by Soap & Glory. It's called Kick ASS, Kick Butt Foundation. I don't know why they named it that, but I really like this one. It replaced the one from CYO, which that's going away in December. And that was by number 7. So it's exact same formula, ingredients, everything in this Kick Butt one. And it's very, very affordable. And again, I'll rub a little on there. It's not too heavy. It gives nice coverage. And it doesn't go in fine lines and wrinkles and sit there and cake and all your creases and everything. So I enjoy that one as well. The next one I have is, oh, I love this one, the Neutrogena Hydraboost. This is new to me, well, as of maybe a month ago. And it's the hydrating tint. So it's very lightweight, very moisturizing, and it comes with the, the little, whatever they call these things. I really like that. I'll put some of that on. See if you can see that. Got it right here. And it's very light. It is like a serum, but it's not runny or anything. And it just gives you the right amount of coverage. Doesn't feel heavy on the face. You don't even feel like you have it on. In fact, I have it on today. So I really love that. And my last one here is the number 7, Boots number 7. It is the Lift and Luminate Triple Action Serum. And this is very nice. Again, I like those ones that are called serum, because that indicates to me that they're more on the light to medium coverage. They're not going to be heavy and cakey. And I'll put a little of that on for you. Here's that one. Let me Rub that in a little bit. Again, I don't know if you can tell, my hands are kind of veiny and bony, so it's hard to get a smooth finish on these hands, but anyhow, it's a very nice, it does give you the coverage that you would want, but it's very lightweight on the skin, and it does not settle in my lines, and crevices, and valleys, and those other things. So those are the 5 that work for me, having dry skin and mature skin. I'd love to know what works for you, or if you have another recommendation. I am so appreciative from my subscriber, Karen, for telling me about this L'Oreal Lumi Lift. I don't know why I never thought to try it, but you see how we help each other, and you all really help me a lot. When I apply these foundations, I do it a couple different ways. I usually don't do so well using my fingers. I don't know why. I know some you can do with your fingers, but these don't work well for me. Or maybe I apply too much pressure and I take it off as I'm putting it on. So usually I'll use one of these beauty sponges. You know, you just dampen it and you just dab it into the skin. That usually works very well for me. And the other ways I like to is either use a dense kabuki brush. You know, it's the short hair, they're kind of dense, and I just kind of bounce that in like this. I just kind of press it into the skin. Or I'll use one that's a little softer, like this. This is an e.l.f. brush, and this is softer, and so after I press it in, then I kind of swirl it a little bit. So it just depends on my mood, you know, what kind of mood I'm in as to what I use to apply it. And the only other thing I'll tell you is I seem to do much better with any foundation with a primer. I know some people don't like primers, they don't use them, but my makeup always looks better, smoother, it just looks better. So I have tried 2 new primers with these makeups, and this is the e.l.f. Portlets Putty. I may have shown this in a previous video. It's thick. It is like putty. See if you can see that. And I just rub it in, tap it in, mainly just in this area. Love that. And then a new favorite that really makes a difference. It just, I don't know, puts a glow under your foundation. It's so creamy and smooth, and that's this Revlon Color Stay Prep and Protect Primer Base. And here's this one. Shake that up. I'll show you that real quick. Oops, put too much. It's got a slight tint to it, just slight. And you just rub that in. I think I got it rubbed in. Gives you a glow, and it's kind of blurring. It's lightweight, and the foundation really seems to adhere with that one. So that's all I have to show you today. I just wanted to let you know what I was using and trying, and I thank you so much for being here, and I'd like to leave you with a beauty tip. Now, of course, well, let's make it on foundation, since that's what we're talking about. Of course, the foundation that we put on our skin, if we get the right foundation and it suits our skin type and we have the right primer and we're happy with it, you know, we feel pretty. You look in the mirror and it's smooth and it went on well and makes your complexion and texture look so good. So that's always great. But then there's also our inside foundation. Our internal foundation. You know, I know you've heard about being built on sand. It just crumbles, falls apart, nothing stands. And if you have a solid foundation in whatever you believe in your faith, in your morals, just your own personal beliefs, you know, that's what you need. That's what we need in our lives. You know, if you just fall for anything, you're going to end up down a slippery slope. And having a solid foundation inside and sticking to it, whatever your beliefs are, stick to them. Don't let anybody change that for you. Make sure it's good and solid so that you practice it each and every day so that you stay on that solid ground and that you don't come off of it. You know, that's your foundation. That's the core of who you are inside and what you believe in. So that's my take on foundation for our internal beauty. I thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you again. For now, this is the old girl signing out. See ya.